Laura Jane Viskovich was born and raised in Sydney, Australia, with a rich blend of Croatian and English heritage. She has always dreamed big. Her childhood was filled with a passion for the performing arts, racing motorbikes, circus arts and having fun. And that's what life's about. So across the early years of her life, she continued to wonder and ask that question about her purpose and if there was something more. Laura Jane graduated from a selective high school with an associate diploma in speech and drama. She performed in the opening ceremony of the Sydney 2000 Olympics with the Tap Dogs and has travelled the world with public speaking and performing for children. During her school years, she was a shy child who grappled with self-confidence. With unwavering support from her parents, Laura received the tools and guidance necessary to overcome challenges and grow into the person she is today. Laura Jane is a business owner who has launched 3 businesses over 13 years. She is an author, a public speaker. She was Mrs. Australia International in 2020, and she won the People's Choice Award in the USA. Her latest adventure she is most proud of is her leadership program, where Laura supports women in building a legacy project for their community to create positive change called Legacy International. Laura's mission is to always inspire greatness from within and sprinkle joy and happiness around the world. Please welcome Laura Jane Viskovich.
Wow, that was beautiful. Thank you so much for that. And let me take this off the stand here. Thank you all so much for being awesome. But I am a little bit high energy, I'm not going to lie. And I love to have fun, as you just heard from the intro here. So let's do something a little bit crazy to start off this afternoon. And thank you to Adrian so much for putting this on. I love to inspire and ignite a fire within. So let's have some fun. Standing up, everybody. And if you have a business card in your hand, in your maybe bag or wherever it is, get your business card out. And what we're going to do is we're going to put it in our right or left hand. We're going to walk to the next table, maybe the left or the right, give it to someone random, shake their hand and say, "Hi, my name is..." Boom. Okay, 1, 2, 3, let's go. Spot someone, walk to them, introduce, say, "Hi, I am this person, love to meet you." Give them a pat on the back and take a seat. Maybe you want to ask them something about themselves, what they love about business. Time's up, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much, and take a seat. We love connecting here. You're already done. You're a quick networker. I love it. You've been to speed networking before, I see. Lovely, lovely. Great connections. It's all about human connections here at Burwood RSL. All right, guys, 1, 2, 3. Give them a big handshake again if you're still chatting. Say, "I'll talk to you later." I love it. You're a good speed networker as well. Okay, good stuff. We've got smiles happening here. I love it. I love it. Who's ready to have fun? Are you sure? Because I can't hear. I'm very loud on this microphone. I do apologize. Okay, guys, my name is Laura Jane, and I just love business. I love fun, and I love connecting. So when I was 26, I actually started my own business as a professional fairy. Yes, professional fairy. Who knows what that is? Anyone? Any guesses? Yeah, it's a fairy. Hot pink dress, maybe. What do? They perform magic to kids. They sprinkle joy and happiness around the world. But when I started working as a professional fairy, someone said to me, "You're so good at this business. You're so good at this business. Why don't you start your own?" Do you know what I said? No way. I'm an actress. I act. There's no way I could ever own my own business. No way. But the idea kept on going on in my head. Kept on surfacing every day, every week. Dom thinks I should own my own business. Maybe I should. What do you think? Should I? I'm 26-year-old Laura. Should I start my own business? No business degree, just a skill that brings happiness to kids. I said, yes, I'm going to do it. I'm going to try. So little old Laura, or little young Laura, I should say, blonde hair, no business degree. I'm like, what do I need? I said to Dom, what do I need to start my own business? He said, well, do you think you need a website? This is 13 years ago. I'm like, okay, I'll get a website. What else? I need a costume. I need my own script. What else do I need? I said all the things. So I put a list in place. And I got to work. Kept on working in the other job. And then one day, I said to Dom, guess what? I'm ready. I'm ready to start this business idea. And because you gave me the belief, I thank you so much, but I'm scared. He's like, what about? I'm scared because I have no clients. I've got the website, I'm about to launch it, but I have no clients. He goes, what do you got to lose? What have you got to lose? You have no clients now. Who cares if you don't get a client? Are you going to try? I said, yeah, I'm a Capricorn. I try everything. I'm fired up. I'm ready to go. I've got my costume. I've got everything to go. Let's do it then. 2 weeks went by. Nothing. My mum, by the way, I love my mum. Love you dearly if you're listening to this recording. Love you so much. But she said to me, don't quit your job. Don't quit your job. Laura, don't quit your job. I was like, I'm going to do it. You tell me not to do something, I'm going to do it. So I quit the job, 2 weeks, nothing. And then one day I got a phone call. It was someone who saw my ad on a free listing somewhere, probably Gumtree, and said, hi, I've got a kids party. And I was like, really? Okay. And so from that moment on, the first year, I had to train entertainers how to do what I do because the work came flooding in. From that one booking, I got referrals and repeat business. I got people like coming at me left, right, and center. And I was like, I can't do all this business myself. Then I got introduced to networking, met Adrian. This is like, I don't know how long ago. I have no idea. 9? Oof, now we're showing our age. And then I met Anthony. I was like, yeah, B&I, awesome. And I built this business to like 30 entertainers. I had an office. And this story is not to boast about what I did, but it's very exciting because you're going to hear some success. That word success stuff, it's a big word. We'll get to it in a sec. So I had an office, level 20, Zenith building, all these entertainers, and I'm like, yes. Then what happened? Well, I started going to marketing seminars. People are inviting me to marketing seminars. I hear this, hey, build a $1 million funnel, pay me $10,000. I'm like, okay. So I get in my head and I'm like, how do I grow my business? I want to scale it. I want to be Australia-wide. How do I do it? And then a funny thing happened. My business started plateauing. Started, just going on that same level. And I'm like, okay, it's all right. I'll keep on going to these seminars and I'll keep on trying what all these people are telling me to do. Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, and I'm going to get this much money. Do that and get the money. Do that and get the money. I started focusing on the money. And guess what happened? My sales started going down. And my entertainers were like, where's the work? And I'm like, it's coming. I promise it's coming. I'm going to get you more work. And I started getting like frantic, like I have all these people who are relying on me and the sales are going down, but I'm doing all the 1, 2, 3 steps. I want to get that money so I can serve more people, but I kept on going down. Fast forward, I learned a big lesson in the start of my first business with no business degree. Sure, we all need money, right? Who likes money here? Say yes. Don't be afraid. Oh my gosh. Who likes money? Don't be afraid of money. Who likes money? Yes. But you get what you focus on. Focus on that money, and the struggle set in. Focus on what you love, like I did in the first part of my business when it was like, focus on what you love, and the money is abundant. That, my friends, is how you build a business with no business degree. Thank you. Round of applause. Yeah! All right. It's okay. We're just warming up here. So, this big word keeps on coming around in my life. Success. Success. So when I was born, I had this crazy notion in my head. I don't want a white picket fence, although that's nice, but there must be something more. What is it in life? Why are we here? Why are we here? And so those notions kept on driving around in my head. Is anyone here like that? Anyone had these crazy thoughts that you never shared anyone before, and that's what's been driving you your whole life? Anyone? A couple people? Nice, we should chat. So, there must be something more. Success. So what is success for you? What is it? Anyone? Does anyone want to give their definition of success? Yeah. Freedom. I love it. Anyone else? Love your shirt, by the way. I wanted that in pink. Yeah? Happiness. Beautiful. Satisfaction. Love it. Anyone else? Yes. Up the back there. Photographer. Confident satisfaction. Beautiful. Present yourself with confidence. Confidence, energy. Love it. Yes. So I Googled it. So the accomplishments of an aim or purpose. There is a thin line between success and failure. So success is different for everyone. Hi, how are you? Success is different for everyone. But how do we find success? Is it like something we just strive for every day? Is it like what this guy says? He's this guy called Sean. When I was in America, I got the opportunity to hear him speak. He works with Oprah. And so Sean says his research shows that success doesn't bring happiness. So success doesn't bring happiness, that's what he says, but happiness brings success. Happiness brings success. And I kept on thinking about that over and over and over again. I was like, so if happiness brings success, is it the emotion that comes before success that we need to work on? Hey, there's a business strategist in here, Eric. I just met him earlier on. Where's Eric? Business strategist. There we go. Hey, everyone say hi, Eric. Hi, Eric. Yes. So Eric helps people with business. So we all have a business in the audience here. We're all business people. Okay. So we have a strategy in our business. Eric can help you if you don't. Yeah? We all have a strategy. We might have a strategy in our personal life. Someone wants to get married, they go dating, they find the one, they have kids, happy ending, hopefully. So why is it that we don't have a plan, maybe in your wardrobe? But what if we don't have a plan to find success and we're just constantly going from day by day by day, looking for the money, looking for the money, looking for the money. Oh, struggle, struggle, struggle. I want to be happy. I'm a millionaire, but I'm not happy. I'm a millionaire, but I'm not happy. So many millionaires out there. I met many of them in America when I lived there. So many of them hate their life because they haven't figured out a strategy to find success. So if behind success is energy, well, how do we maintain a good energy? How? What comes before the energy? This is getting deep. Sorry. Thought. Love you. Yes. Thought. Thought comes before energy. Thought comes before energy. So, if thought comes before energy, does that mean that we can control our thoughts? Yes? Huh? No. Oh, okay. We've got sorry, what's your title in your business? What's your title? Yes, I'm talking to you. Yeah. Yes, Dream Warriors. What does Dream Warriors do? Mindset coaching. We got a mindset coach over here. Everyone say hi. She can help you. But yes, so basically, emotion and thought. So how do we control our emotions? Thoughts. However, you are correct. If situations come through, we can't control the situation. And so just like Bruce Lee says, be water. Be water. Be water. Breathe, let the emotion come through and out the other side. It's okay. Have the faith that everything will be okay. So, going back to success. If success, so happiness brings success, and the emotion, thought is before emotion, does that mean as business owners, if we controlled our thoughts, could we now control more of happiness, success? Could we? Yeah? Yeah? Yes, no. We need to work on you. So that's when I started realizing, okay, this is my strategy. The more I work on my mindset, the more I can work on my success and my happiness. And let me tell you, this company called Harvard Business. Anyone know it? Yep. No. Okay, so growth mindset. This concept kept on coming around for me, growth mindset. So let's just read it. To briefly sum up the findings, individuals who believe, let me come over here, individuals who believe their talents can be developed, in brackets, through hard work, good strategies, and input from others. So have a growth mindset. They tend to achieve more than those with a more fixed mindset, those who believe their talents are innate gifts. This is because they worry less about looking smart and put more energy into learning. No business degree. When entire companies embrace a growth mindset, their employees report feeling far more empowered and committed. They also receive greater organizational support for collaboration and invention. In contrast, people at primarily fixed mindset companies report more cheating and deception among employees, and presumably to gain an advantage in the talent race. Interesting indeed. So, let me not go there yet. So, if I work on my mind, then I can grow my life. That is what has brought me to build my company, Fairy La La Land. I launched it in America when I lived there for 4 years. I'm in Australia. I now launched a pageant and I'm inspiring women to leadership. Not telling you that to boast, but little old me over here 13 years ago didn't believe that I could have my own business, and I've grown multiple. So here's the thing, when you work on your mindset, you can have anything in life. You can manifest, you can whatever. So let me tell you a story. I love stories. Who here likes stories? Would you like to hear a story? Yes, perfect. Okay, so recently, I decided I wanted to show my pageant girls who are wanting to be leaders, who want to build legacy projects and serve their community in a positive way. I wanted to show them, not tell them or train them, but show them that anything is possible. So what did Laura do? I decided that I wanted to get them on national TV. I wanted them to be on Channel 10. So I Googled morning shows and I was like, okay, what morning show is there? Because I've been out of the country for 4 years. I'm like, I forgot the names of the shows. So Studio 10 popped up. And I was like, oh, I remember. I like Studio 10. I've been on it as a fairy. Anyways, long story short, I want my girls to be on that Studio 10. So as we all do, we go to Google. We Google contacts, media contacts, how do I get myself onto Studio 10, the whole thing. Fast forward, I emailed a few people and I got no response. So I just left it. I started asking questions to myself in my head. How did I get myself onto Studio 10? How did I get my girls a bit on the morning show? How did I do it? How did I do it? Hear those words? How did I get them on? And I'm not on there yet. I get a phone call from a friend, Omar. Anyone know Omar here? Is the biggest network guy in the chambers. Yes, good. That's how we know each other. I knew your face. Good. So Omar calls me and he goes, funny story, I know you've just bought a pageant, so have I. I've invested in a pageant, and it's Miss Sahara, and I want you to be there. And I'm thinking, okay, I want to support a friend in my network. Another pageant, should I go? Spend money to be there, have to find someone to bring. Okay, I'll do it. Super busy, but I'll do it. So I went. I just trusted that I needed to be there. I love this story. So I go, and I'm looking at everyone on stage, and they're looking great, and I'm like, okay, looking at the event, go, okay, it's not the way I would do it, but yeah, it's great, it's fun, it's different. And then all of a sudden, people are invited to come up on stage. And this one guy comes up, and they introduce like this. The producer of Studio 10, come up on stage and present this award. I almost fell off my chair. He was sitting next to my friend Omar. He was sitting next to my friend who invited me there, and I was on the next table. I was like, you can't make this up. Literally, I'm like, woo, ding. Wow. I went over, introduced myself. I made it all about him. How are you? Oh my gosh, I love that show. What do you do on the show? How did you become a presenter on the show? Great. Asked him all the questions about him. Who likes talking about themselves? Yeah, don't be shy. I asked him about him, and he shared who he was to me. Because I did that, he said, hey, let's connect. I said, great. Instagram, boom, connection. Hey, mister, do you mind if I catch up with you for a coffee? I'd love to, great. Fast forward, had a coffee with him, asked him more questions about him. I said, how does one get on the show? Through me, he says, through me. I said, great. Could you help me get my girls on the show? He goes, yes, but we just did a segment on Miss Sahara. I don't know if I can get you on. I said, could we try? Could we try? Remember at the beginning of the business story? I don't know how, but I'll try. I'll try. And he goes, okay, I'll try with you. All right, okay. So we set a pitch at that meeting. He said, email it to me. First thing in the morning, it was there in his inbox. And then I waited. I took my girl, Miss Australia, to America in the meantime, let it go, didn't think anything of it. He said he probably can't get me on because they've already done a segment on pageantry. And so when I'm waiting at LA airports on the way, LA airport, that's it, that's the word, on the way home, I look in my inbox. There it was. I almost fell off my chair the second time. The subject line said, we got you on the show. I was like, you got to be kidding. You have to be kidding. But I almost believed it because I almost felt like it was going to happen because I asked, how do I get my girls on the show? How did I get my girls on the show? How did I do it? I had an opportunity. I jumped at it. I asked all the questions about him. I built that relationship. I built that trust. And then boom, opportunity presents. So we got on the show. And you're welcome now to give a bit of a round of applause. Manifestation complete. Struggles set in when you focus on the money. Struggles set in when you focus on what you don't have. What if we just change our mindset slightly? Just a touch. What could it hurt? Why don't we now ask better questions as though it's already happened? How did I grow my $1 million company and serve all these people? How did I do it? And watch the opportunities come and work on it every day. I work on my mindset every single day. I ask these crazy questions that if anyone was in my room, they would be like, you're crazy, girl. I'm like, yeah, and I love it. I love life. Who here likes life? Yeah, me too. Oh, runs through my veins. So I ask you this crazy question over here. What do you want to do in this crazy, awesome life that we live in? What is it that you want to do? If there was something, no limitations at all, no limitations, maybe we're talking about business, it's a business conference, so let's focus in on your business. No limitations, doesn't matter about money, whatever is here happening right now, but what is it that you really want to do? Look at the big picture. You can see the picture in your mind, right? You've already done it. Now you have to believe, have faith, and trust that it can happen, and stop worrying about the how. Don't worry about the how. So, I did this crazy old thing. When I was in America, I met a woman who won this crazy pageant called Mrs. International. She was a local woman, and she had her son have 8 friends kill themselves in high school. And she's just blown away. And she was like, how do I help these kids become more positive in life? Like, how do I help? So she created a whole legacy project called Wolfpack that creates activities for the local kids and to get them more thinking positively, connecting. Human connection's a very powerful thing. We're all here today. We understand the importance of human connection. And she won the big title because of the legacy project she did. In return of that, her winning the big title, it opened doors. She's on TV. People look at her as an authority figure in her life. She gets all the opportunities given to her. So imagine if we did something in our life that opened up doors. What if right now we're sitting here and we're like, oh, there's a little bit of my life over here that's like, I feel like it's a bit suffocating, like I'm not succeeding in this life. What if we did something a little bit different around that area? Maybe we learned something, maybe we did something. But we can change our mind around that thing right now, and instantly we can find abundance in that area. So I did this crazy thing, and I entered a pageant. Never did it before, but I wanted to learn how to give back to my community. So when I was in business 13 years ago, started out, I read a book like 3 years later, that helped me realize to be super successful in life is not only make money, but also give 10% of your income back to your community to create positive change. And so when I read that, I knew one day I wanted to do something that would create positive change in this community. So imagine if everyone here had a business, and I bet a lot of you do, who have created a legacy project. So when you leave this universe, that legacy project is still being created in this world, giving back to a problem and helping to fix that problem. And you're not even here doing the work. So I love that concept. And so I entered this pageant, crazy, thinking that I could learn how to build a legacy project, and it worked. I wrote a book, and in the book I put all mindset tips and tricks to help teenagers learn a more successful mindset. And during my reign as a queen, I then did a book launch with all the profits going to a non-for-profit organization to help kids in poverty. So if I leave this universe tomorrow, that legacy will still be here, generating income and also helping our future generation with a better success mindset. Sorry, I'll go back here one more time. So let me ask you this. What are you doing that's a little bit different to your competitors? Are you doing something, building something that's not just about the service and the product, which it needs to happen. We need services and we need products. But is there a legacy project behind your business that has heart, that you're excited to do, that you get excited every single day? You're going to get up and do that thing because it just emotionally moves you. Do you know a woman called Olivia Newton-John? She unfortunately left us, I think it was a year ago. Amazing woman, sung amazing songs, emotionally delivering joy and happiness to people all around the world. But what I was very impressed by Olivia was the fact that she had struggles in her life with cancer. And instead of just having those personal struggles and keeping all of the struggles to herself, she decided to do something for herself and her community. So she built a hospital to have more of a holistic approach to cancer patients. She left our world last year. That hospital is still helping millions of people with cancer. So although her business was singing, delivering joy and happiness, she had a project. That business is still going because you still listen to the music, but the project was what's changing lives. So what are you doing different to stand out from the crowd, to ignite your heart, to emotionally get excited? Remember happiness, and then success comes. So branding, that's my Miss Australia, by the way. Everyone give her a big clap. She won this year. She's amazing. She just went to America and she did great on the stage, and she stands for cancer research. But what is it in your branding that's bringing success for you? Or like, how do you stand out from the crowd? And I'll let the rest of the people talk about more branding in detail. But I just want to ignite some thoughts in your mind. Are you looking like another tax agent or another kids entertainment company or another coach? Do you look the same way? Or is there heart and emotion behind what you do that drives the business so that referrals just come through? So real quick, I want to talk about referrals because it's a very important part of my business. In year 4 of my business, I went to a marketing seminar and I learnt the power of gratitude. So it's funny, they were selling all these things, but the thing I learnt was not a purchasable thing. So I started, instead of looking for the new client in my business, I started appreciating my existing ones, because majority of businesses always look for new clients and they put money in Facebook, which I do too. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. They do all the emails and they do all the things to get new clients. But they forget about the existing clients, the ones who have trusted you to give them money to you one time at least. So what are you doing to appreciate them? Because what you appreciates. Have you heard of that one? What you give out is what you get back. So I started implementing a card system, an automated card system into my business. So the 5 cards would go out over the course of 12 months. And in the cards was nothing about sales, nothing. It was all about thank you. The first one was like, thank you for your birthday, because it was kids' entertainment. The second one was after the party had happened, like 2 weeks after, when they've forgotten about me. I sent another card saying, happy birthday, thanks so much for having us, blah, 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 with a photo of us at the party with the child. And then it was like an Easter card, a Christmas card, and then an anniversary card saying, hi, you've probably forgotten about me, but I'm here. Hi, thinking of you. Nothing sales. All the sales was a website on the back of the card. So what happened when I started implementing that system? It wasn't what happened in that first 6 months. It was what happened after the 12 months had finished. People started calling me. But it wasn't just phone calls, guys. It wasn't just like, hey, you did a great job last year. They were talking to me like they knew me. I'm struggling to remember who they are, but of course I use my acting abilities and I'm like, hi, so great to hear from you again. They thought I personally signed a card every so often and sent it to them. So in return, I was top of their mind because I'm doing something that's tangible through the mail and affecting their heart. Nothing about sales, all about gratitude and heart. Nothing about sales, all about appreciation, building trust. And as a response, people called me like I was their best buddy and couldn't wait to have us at their kids' party the second year. That, my friends, is how I built a business, Australia-wide, and launched into Utah, USA, pre-COVID. Gratitude. Now, last thought. How are we doing for time, by the way? We're good. Okay, I like that. Thank you. Last thought here today. There's so many ways to look at your business, to strategize, to look at things and say, okay, that's working, that's working, that's working. But the best thing to look at is, how are you being memorable in your client's mind? How are you being memorable? Would a Facebook ad, although I love Facebook ads, I do them, but would a Facebook ad continuously going on and on and on and on and on when the football's on TV, would that get people to call you instantly, or maybe even 10 touches? I don't know, it might do. But let me ask you, or leave you with a thought like this. What if, you all like networking, you're all here, right? Do you all believe that there's power in meeting people face to face? What happens when we meet people face to face? Energy. The wow effect. The whoa, didn't expect that. Can you get that from a photo? I do Facebook ads and I'm standing there with a microphone. These are all the things that you can get by buying from me. This is what you can get. But when I show up at events, people like, oh, oh, okay. Can I have your business card? Let's connect. And I'm like, okay. So what are you doing to stand out from your crowd? There is something powerful in one-on-one meetings. When I learned this, I started networking all around town. Adrienne can vouch for me. She's seen me do it. I think Anthony too, a little bit. I'm like that Energizer bunny that wants to get to know everyone. And I'm like, get your card. Okay, I'm going to connect you. I love you all. Time goes by, whatever. But would it be more interesting if we could use our time more effectively? What if you had a way to emotionally affect more people in a short amount of time so you could build that trust with opportunities coming? Would that be something that you would find valuable, everyone? Say yes? Yes. What if we introduce the idea of the stage effect? What if you could be talking to 200, 300 people at one time, and now because you've come out of your comfort zone, you've risked a lot of things to be on that stage. You've risked people saying, or behind the background. You've bravely come up here to present ideas. And now if you do an okay presentation, you're now got people listening to you and emotionally connecting with you. So I met this guy when I was living in America, and he's a public speaker for a big sales firm. And he said that he's been on stage, and after the event, all these people were coming rushing up to him. There was these other people in the audience coming, and they're like mad. They don't want to be public speakers, by the way. So they come and they're like trying to meet everyone in the little amount of time possible, trying to get to know everyone, getting all the business cards, putting it in the pocket. And my friend, who is a big-time speaker, says to me, Laura, there's power in being on stage. People want to talk to you. The magnetic effect happens. Your authority is instantly built. Your trust, if you do a good job. So the person who's the one on stage gets the opportunities and meets more people. And my friend told me that he was at this one specific conference where a week later, a guy calls him and he goes, hey, we saw you speaking, would love to have a meeting. And he's like, okay, cool. But do you think if he went to that same event and met all the people and wasn't on stage and was just giving out cards, he would maybe get an opportunity for someone to call? Maybe. But what happened in this specific meeting was just like mesmerizing for me. He said they were so wowed by his speech that they gave him a job offer, which, hang with me, I'll tell you what it is. So he's like, we're going to fly you from here to Denver, and we want to pay you to speak 1 week in every month for the next year or whatever it was. And he was like, I've got family, I've got kids, I really don't want to do it. So he didn't want to say no, but what he did was he priced himself out, which means he gave a ridiculous amount of money, and he says, I'll do it for $30,000 a week, plus I don't work on Mondays and Fridays because I have to fly on those days. So just 3 days. 3 days, 30,000 USD. You did the calculations on that in Australian. USD is so good. Anyways, they said yes. They said yes. He thought he was saying no by pricing himself out, but they said yes. Why? Because he had such an amazing energy, an amazing presence, an amazing conversation on stage. They wanted him to come and teach their sales force. He got that opportunity because he was bravely? We'll go with that. Coming up onto stage, presenting his ideas, and people came to him. The stage effect, the magnetic effect. What are you doing differently to stand out from your competitors? Yeah, social media, that old thing. All I can say is Facebook ads are great, it's awesome, but what I can say is consistency is the only thing that matters. Doesn't matter what you post, when you post, or however you post, as long as you're being consistent, that is all that matters. And all I can ask you guys is know your core values, put your heart into who you are in your business, and everything that you do will be an extension of that. Website is an extension of your heart. Facebook is an extension of your heart. Meeting people in person, well, that's when the conversations really start to happen. But don't rely on social media. All I can say is it's an extension of who you are. Everyone should use it in business, but don't rely on it. Just stay consistent. And I say too, building a community in this day and age is very important. During COVID, I want to share you a story. My business shut down. Anyone have that happen? I'm just going to be completely honest. Like, no more events. Boom. All these people that I had hired, goodbye overnight. And I'm sitting there in Utah thinking, okay, I'm kind of a doer. I want to do something. I want to financially serve my community. I want to bring happiness. What am I going to do? And then I got an opportunity to sell some really cool jewelry. And in the middle of COVID, when my friends were calling me devastated saying, I'm literally broke. Can you send me $20 because I need to eat, literally? And these are very well-respected business people. Some of you know them in the room, not naming names. But I jumped into a business that was selling jewelry that I know I'm very good in front of a camera. I'm kind of a little bit silly. That's who I am, an actress at heart. But because I used my entertainment aspect, my entertainment skills, and sold jewelry on a Facebook Live, then I sold $270,000 USD in the middle of COVID when my friends were struggling. And so, of course, I started helping them. But my point is, success comes from when you don't stop. You work on your mind, giving yourself good energy. You don't worry about the outward circumstances. Obviously, be water. Let the circumstances come through you and out the other side. Don't be affected by the outside world. All you have to do is protect your inner world, your energy. Control your mind, control your energy, and that is when you become a magnet and things start changing. When I was a child, I was extremely shy. My mum put me into acting class because I couldn't stand up and answer questions, I should say, in class. I was extremely shy. Through the support of acting and the supportive community, I then was able to learn how to public speak, learn how to act, and then went on and performed in the opening ceremony for the Sydney Olympics and so forth. But my point is, anyone can learn how to find success. And there's nothing better than doing it in a supportive community. That's why I have built a supportive community for people who can learn how to adopt a really great mindset. It's for all ages, and it's a very supportive community. And I put that into everything I do now, especially my leadership program through the pageantry. So, yeah, there you go. I don't know what the time is, but we're good. Yeah, so basically all I want you to take away from this conversation today is anyone can find success. An introverted 5-year-old with no business degree can go on, build businesses, move to America, launch their business over there, become an author, do all the things. But you don't need to worry about what other people say. You don't have to worry about what you have right this moment. All you need is a drive and excitement and the ability to keep on learning and growing. Oops, that just happened. We're going to go with it. But I invite you to connect with me. Would love to get to know who you are. This is my website up here. My book is available on the website. Even though I'm not really selling it, I'd like to do a shameless pitch if that's okay, Adrian. All the profits do go to a non-for-profit organization, and it's a great read for teenagers to help them with success mindset. There we go. Thank you so much. I hope you've taken one thing out of today, and it's been a pleasure to speak with you about all of my ideas. Thank you.
Laura Jane Viskovich, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. Thank you, Laura.
Thank you.